Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another awesome build for you guys. Today, finally, the one we've been talking about, Blake's Duramax build. We're going to be kind of running around because the pieces for it are kind of all over the place right now. But we're going to finally be getting over to that and show you guys what's going on with that truck. It's going to be a lot of talking. It's going to be a lot of us trying to explain to you what's going on. And there's going to be a lot of steps going into that truck. But bear with us. It's a really cool build. All you Duramax guys are going to love this thing. So see you over there. When we get there, I'm pretty much going to be turning it over to Blake. And he's going to be able to describe you guys what he has going on much better than I am. So we're going to get ready to head out. All right, guys. We're over here at Blake's barn. And we're going to go ahead and give you guys the rundown on this truck.
So this is my 2001 LB7. I brought it up here from Georgia 2 years ago. I put a built motor, built tranny in it. It's got Molnar rods in it. It's got Molly D-lip pistons in it. 135 pound valve springs in it. Keyed cam and crank. 100% over injectors from Extra G. A 12 mil Extra G pump. And FI billet 76. It's got full billet tranny in it, everything except for the intermediate and the P2 planetary. Triple disc converter stalled at about 2800. Billet input, billet output. I've been 11.5 with it in the quarter, and then I've just had ton of problems this year with breaking the transfer case 3 times. I broke a couple of TV shafts, and I've been looking for a way to shed some weight. So I think what we're going to do this year is I'm going to take this built motor tranny out, and I'm going to put that built motor tranny into a half-ton frame. Over at my parents' place we have a half-ton Silverado frame, 2-wheel drive, that this drivetrain will be going into. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to pull this motor out and put a stock motor back in its place. So everything that I have in this truck performance-wise will come out, and anything I can use in the 2-wheel drive application and a half-ton, we're going to swap over. I have another donor truck outside that's going to give us a stock motor, stock tranny, and another transfer case to replace this one. Alright, so this is the donor truck that I need the stock motor, tranny, and transfer case out of. We picked this up pretty cheap from a local guy, parting out the rest of it. So now, next few days we're going to get ready to pull this motor out and swap it into the crew cab, and then the crew cab will be up for sale. Completely bone stock, 221,000 mile motor in this truck. We'll swap drivetrains and then get that one up for sale, and probably scrap this one because she's pretty rough other than the drivetrain.
See this, guys? That right there. That's why we don't drive our stuff in the winter.
I got this truck cheap because it needs some work. I believe that it needs a fuel pressure regulator. It's got really high rail pressure at idle. I'll start it up for you.
Sounds like a 12 valve. I was like, where the hell's the exhaust?
It had a stack on it.
Oh.
It's got a 5-inch to what used to be some janky stack setup. It doesn't seem to haze at idle or anything.
Yeah.
It needs a fuel pressure regulator because it's reading 23,000 PSI at idle.
Oh,
Should read 5,000.
It's not bad.
It's a little high.
It's got the 12 valve tune on it.
So that'll be the donor truck.
So real quick, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start pulling the drivetrain out of this truck. We're gonna get the transfer case dropped out, tranny dropped out. This way we're ready to go ahead and pull the motor out once we get that donor truck in here.
Gotta take the locker out too.
Well, we're also pulling the locker out of this. What kind of lock you got in the back?
Eaton True Track.
It's got an Eaton True Track we put in last year and the rear axle. So we're gonna pull that up for the new axle. But any questions you guys have on this, I'm gonna put Blake's Instagram name right here, which is gonna be Built LB7. So if you guys have any serious questions about the build and you want to know anything, any specifics of what he's got going on, you guys can just go ahead and message him on there. He'll definitely get back to you with any questions you have. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start working on this thing. All right, guys, we're at the back of the truck. We're gonna start out by getting this rear end taken apart and getting the carrier taken out of it. Freaking is. Hell yeah. All right, so we got the diff out. Now we got the stock differential back in this truck. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start pulling the tail tracks off. All right, so we got tail tracks dropped down most of the way. We just got one more bolt to undo, and we'll do that once we get the truck down off the jack stands, because we got to jack up on the frame in order to get that off, and that's way too much of a pain to do while it's up in the air. But so that being said, we're gonna be done with that for now. We're gonna start pulling transfer case and tranny out. Alright, we got everything unbolted. All linkages are unhooked, all the plugs are undone. Transfer case is down. All the bell housing bolts are off, torque converter bolts, everything's loose. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get down there and drop the tranny down. Okay, finally we're just wrapping up over here. Pretty good shape now. We got our tranny out. We got our transfer case out. And we have our cale tracks off. So that was all we had planned for today for taking out this thing. Now that we're all done with that, we're gonna run over real quick to Blake's parents' house and we're gonna show you guys the frame that Blake's gonna be putting this freaking monster into. So we'll see you guys over there.
Yeah, dude.
All right, we're over here at Blake's shop, and we're gonna show you guys what he's swapping his motor and tranny into real quick. All right, dude, it's all you.
Alright, so this is the frame that we're going to swap the motor and tranny into. It's a 2002 half-ton Silverado frame, 2-wheel drive. Trying to cut out some weight. We already have the motor mounts made. We have the tranny cross member made. We stripped it down. We're ready to go to the powder coaters. We're going to have it sandblasted and then powder coated this week. All our tubed cross members are in. They're all 1/2-inch wall. They put about 180 pounds more weight over the rear end. We're going to strip down that AAM 11.5 on the Duramax. Get that powder coated. We still got to cut off the droop stops in the front. And from there we'll be ready to go to the powder coater. We're switching from the crew cab to this truck. I'm hoping to save about 1,800 pounds in weight. Last year, I had nothing but problems breaking the transfer case. Transfer case gave me problems. When I finally got the transfer case figured out, I started breaking CV shafts left and right. And now we're just gonna switch to 2-wheel drive, put a set of probably 30x14s on the back, and see what we can do with 2-wheel drive.
Venti. All right, so that's that real quick. We're gonna go ahead and get some videos of us prepping this thing or doing the final prepping to get it going over to powder coat. Alright, so we're just wrapping things up over here right now for the day with this guy. Next thing we have to do is get it loaded up on the trailer and get it over to sandblasting, but we just had to take care of cutting off a few little things here and there and getting some brackets off the rear axle, but all that's pretty much done now. Get rid of all e-brake stuff out of there, get rid of the old dust shields. We got it all slapped back together so they can sandblast it out real good and do their thing. It's gonna have all new rotors and calipers and pads and everything like that, so that'll all go on and be nice and shiny.
Alright, so we added a drive shaft loop with another 1/2-inch wall, 2 5/8 pipe, and plated the frame on both sides so that we're in compliance to run slicks in the back. And then back here we added 2 more 2 5/8 1/2-inch wall pipe to add more weight over the rear end to help with weight transfer. Welded in the 6-inch by 4-inch angle. Also adds weight over the rear end, and then the QA1 adjustable shock mounts could mount to that. We added a bunch of weight over the rear, trying to make it so that we compensate for such a heavy engine in the front. I'm hoping with enough weight back here, plus adding the size of that axle, will be enough weight to help plant the tires. Then we cut off the droop stops up front to try to help with weight transfer as well, to try to get more rise out of it. Factory rise is 3 or 4 inches. We're looking for something like 6 or 7 inches if we can.
Mint.
Hopefully we'll have enough weight back here to compensate for such a heavy front end. Something closer to 50-50 weight ratio.
Don't you guys worry either. She might look a little beat up now, but when she gets back from powder coat, she's gonna be freaking minty. Okay guys, back at my shop now. Hopefully you guys like Blake's build. They're gonna be seeing that a lot on here. I'm gonna leave his Instagram on the closeout page here, so this way you guys can go follow him if you want to follow him closer on his build. You guys can also ask him any questions that you have about his truck on his Instagram. If you guys also have any questions just based on anything you've seen so far on the channel, leave it in the comments. Let us know if we can improve on anything for you guys. If you guys like the content that we're making, make sure you hit the like button. This way YouTube knows that we're doing a good job. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so. And then I guess we'll see you next time.